Hello everyone, myself Chandan Mandal, and today we are here to solve the first question of our contest, that is it possible? So talking about the question, Kapil has n numbers as a at I, where I lies between 0 to n representing the length of the array. Okay, he is given a task along with a number k. He has been provided with number k. In one step, he can select two numbers with index I and j, where I and j should must not be equal to each other. Okay, such that a at I plus a at j is less than equals to k. Great. And after that, he can either remove a at I or a at j. Okay, and this can be performed several number of time, possibly zero. Okay, and Kapil has exam going, so you need to help Kapil print yes if it's possible to make the array of size 1. So we have to print a yes, so and no if it is not possible. Okay, so here we are provided with an array. We have to find the subarray of size 2 at each interval, and if we find a subarray less than equals to k, then we are going to eliminate a single digit from it, right? And after that we have to keep on performing the same operation, and once we are left with the only element in the array, so our the size of the array would be 1, and we are in that case we have to print a yes. Okay, talking about the input format, t representing number of test cases, and for each test cases we have n and k representing the length of array and the value k. Second live line has n number of integers. Okay, for each test cases, print yes if it is possible to make the array consisting of one element only, otherwise print no. Okay, so we have to find an array with the length of 1. Okay, so in this example, we are provided with n as 1 and k as 3. So here we can see that our the length of the array is already 1, right? So in this case, we have to simply return a yes. This should be our base condition. And after that, we have the second example having n as 4 and k as 7. So in this example, we have 1, 4, 3, 5. Okay, 1, 4, 3, and 5. We have provided with the value of k as 7, right? So let's try to understand this. We can solve this by finding all the subarrays, or I can say a subarray of size 2 where element are not repeated. So 1 and 4 will be one subarray where our sum will be equal to 5, right? And which is less than 7, right? So we can eliminate a digit. So here we have to eliminate a digit where we can see that our sum can reduce at a drastic level. Okay, so deleting here the value of 4 will be more feasible, so that our value don't exceed the value of k. Okay, and after that our second comparison will be between 1 and 3, right? Here we can see that the sum will be 4, which is less than 7, right? So here also we can eliminate one digit, which will be 3. The reason is very much similar, that it is feasible to delete 3 so that our sum would be reduced at a greater level. And after that we have comparison between 1 and 5, which will be equal to 6, which is less than 7, so we can delete 5 as well. So here we can see that we are only left with a single element in the array. So in this case we can print a value as yes. Okay, so here this can be done by finding the subarrays and finding their sum. But it is feasible to do so many operations at a time, like finding all the subarrays and keep on comparing each and everything? No, right? So here we can do one thing, that is, here we have came up with the thing. If you have tried to solve it, we can see that if the greatest element present in the array, which is here 5, right, and the smallest element can give us the sum which is less than the value of k, then we can say that we are going to end up with only one element, right, at the end, because the first and the last element will have the maximum sum, right, which will be 6 here in this case, and after that we are having a value as 1 3, which will be 4, and 1 4, which is 5, right. So here we can see that all the values lies in between the value in between the value of 1 and 5, right. So here we can conclude that after comparing the sum of first and the last element, we are going to get the maximum sum possible from that particular array, right. And if it is less than our value k, then we can conclude that our array can be reduced. And if it is not the case, then it simply means we cannot eliminate these arrays, these values, right. So if we don't eliminate two digit over here, we simply mean that one single digit is going to be remain at the end, right. Even if I can say that these value are getting eliminated in further steps, but still we are going to left out with the one value, right, and one will also be there, right. So in that case it is not feasible to perform this operation. So here we are going to find the first and the last element, and this can simply be done after sorting the array, right, because sorting will help us to get the minimum and the maximum element directly, and we can find the sum of first and the last element and compare it with the value of k, and if it is less than, it simply means the value in between the 1 and the maximum value will give us the sum less than the value of k, right. So in that case we are going to print a yes, else we are going to print a no. So this was the whole logic. Let's try to solve it. So here we have concluded three things. We have to sort the array, we have to see the thing like first element and last element sum is less than 7 or not. If it is, then we are going to print a yes or no. Okay, so let's try to solve it out. Here we have been told to take the standard input output format. So in Java we have scanner, system.in. Okay, and first line we have t number representing the number of test cases. So int t is equal to sc dot next int representing the number of test cases, and we are going to have a loop iterating over each test cases ti plus plus. For each test cases we have a value of n and k, right. So we are now going to have the input n c dot next int, and after that we are going to have a value k, right. And after this we are going to have our array. So here we can see that till now we are still taking the inputs. So let's create an array name arr new int of size n. Okay, and in order to take input we are going to take a for loop int j is equal to 0, j must be less than n j plus plus. Okay, and arr at j is equal to sc dot next int. So this will help us to take the whole array as the input. Here we are completed with the task of taking the input, and after that we are simply going to sort our array, arrays dot sort. It's an inbuilt method. So let's, after this we are going to keep on comparing our values, right. So here we are going to have if sum, if arr at 0, the first value, plus arr at n minus 1, which will be the last value, is less than equals to k. If it is, so we are going to print a yes, right? System dot out dot println. Yes, and else we are going to simply print a no. Okay, and I think it should work. Hmm. uh, okay, here we are also left with our base condition, which should be equal to 1 if our length is already equal to 1, which was the very first test case. So we are going to simply print yes, right? So this should be included, and here else if. Okay, so it should work fine. Let's try to run this code. So yes, we have cleared this test case. Let's try to submit our code. Yes, we have successfully submitted our code and it has cleared all the test cases. Thank you for watching this video. Hope you were able to understand this code. And if you have any doubt, you can comment down below.